Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a presentation on A-level chemistry. I'm just going to start with some quotes from year 13 on why they chose to study A-level chemistry, and I'll let you read through those briefly. But many of our students choose to study A-level chemistry at Lavington and Devizes because they've enjoyed chemistry at GCSE and they also need it to support their degrees when they get to university. What I would say is it's really important to consider what you'd like to do at university. And chemistry is a facilitating subject, so it's really beneficial for you, even if you're not going to go and do chemistry at university. It's a central science, so therefore, and it's called that because it links together lots and lots of other sciences and links to those sciences and pulls them together really. It's really important to other fields of science, including biology, geology, astronomy, physics, medicine, engineering, and also material science, but many, many other areas of study. And it allows you to have various career opportunities. It's hugely well regarded and held in high esteem, having studied A-level chemistry, and it gives you lots and lots of career opportunities, whether that's in chemistry itself. So research into different compounds and their uses, pharmaceuticals, analytical chemistry, biochemistry, environmental chemistry and the effect of chemicals on the environment, medicinal chemistry, which is looking at medicines and how they interact in the body, material sciences and chemical engineering, but it's also critical in lots of other areas, so forensics, medicine, dentistry, veterinary science, radiography, optometry, physio, pharmacy, nursing, archaeology, geology, engineering, food, and food sciences. And I've got several students actually who are studying food science and chemistry, and they link together really really well. It is essential for some career paths, but it will support the other A levels that you're doing. So the other sciences, biology, physics, geography, and the food science I mentioned already. And you develop key skills, some practical techniques, data handling, using your math skills, and also problem solving. So at Lavington Devizes, we study the AQA specification of A-level chemistry, and it builds up and it links really well to GCSE, which is also AQA. And it's a 2-year course, obviously, and it's split into 3 branches of chemistry, which is the physical chemistry. So here, there's a big list here, but here we're talking about um, atomic structure, rates of reaction, um, kinetics, thermodynamics, um, and how the periodic table works basically. Organic chemistry is all those carbon containing compounds which you started to learn on at GCSE, but you go a lot further and you start to look at how we make those chemicals and how we can react them together to form lots of other useful chemicals. And that links to pharmaceuticals and petrochemicals and plastics and fuels and explosives. And then inorganic chemistry is the study often of metals, um, the transition metals and how they react, but also trends across the periodic table and the uses of different chemicals and different compounds in everyday life. So in in terms of assessment, you will have 2 teachers. You are taught in those 2 strands, and each teacher will do some physical chemistry, but also inorganic for one teacher and organic for the other teacher. And if you did it at year 12 and decided to do an AS, that would be assessed at the end of year 12 with 2 written papers that cover those two different groups really. So the physical and inorganic in one paper, and then more physical and organic in the other. And in year 13, the full A level, this time it's 3 papers that are slightly longer, all 2-hour papers that are roughly equally weighted, 35% for 2 and 30% for the third. And you look at physical chemistry and inorganic chemistry in paper 1, and the physical chemistry and organic chemistry in paper 2. And then paper 3 is a summative assessment where you could be assessed on anything. There's a big focus on practical techniques and data analysis in that paper, and there is 20 marks for questions across anything, and then there are 30 marks for multiple choice questions. During chemistry is a practical science, and therefore we have to do a practical assessment, and that's assessed over the 2 years through required practical activities, and you will get a practical endorsement at the end of that, which is effectively saying you've got the skills to be able to move on further. And we use the common assessment practical criteria, which we use in physics and biology as well, to assess performance. And we keep a lab book and a record of your practical work and those practical activities. There are 12 which you'll be assessed on, but we do lots more practical to understand the phenomena and the different areas of chemistry and apply them in different ways. The entry requirements are GCSE chemistry grade 6 or combined science at grade 6. You don't have to have done triple science to do to do A-level chemistry. Several of our students in year 12 and 13 haven't gone down that road. They've done combined science and then moved on to A-levels. But you also need GCSE maths, and ideally at a grade 6 or above, because there's mathematics in both year 12 and 13, which the GCSE maths would support you with. A-level maths will be beneficial if you choose to do chemistry too. So I'm going to leave you with some quotes from year 13, advice to you who might be thinking about doing A-level chemistry. But before I let you read those, what I would say is feel free to come and speak to me or Mr. McIntyre about the A-level and the content of the course. Or go and talk to year 12 and year 13 and talk to them about the teaching and what they're learning about in year 12 and 13 and how they're enjoying it. I think that's really, really useful thing for you to do. Of course, if you've got any questions, please do come and see me. So just to finish off, lots of our students sometimes find it challenging, but they find it very, very rewarding, and they really feel the benefit of consistent work across the 2 years and end up with some really good results from Lamington, and allow them to go on to those courses at university in the sciences or in medicine or dentistry or veterinary science. So thanks for listening. Please do come and ask any questions if you'd like to. Goodbye.